Well, good morning. It's Sunday morning here, um, 21st. So it's just a morning gripe. I have, like most of you know, a wound. Actually, two at the moment. I have one on my back and one on my foot. The one on the foot is really the one that's keeping me from going home so far. But it's a daily change. So basically, if it's done on first shift, it's done the next first shift. So if it doesn't get done on the first shift, it gets moved to the second shift, and it should get done on the second shift. And if it doesn't get done on the second shift, it gets on to the third shift. Now, whatever shift it happens, the next wound change is 24 hours later, which is third shift again. So last night, about 11 o'clock, the nurse came in with a bucket of stuff. She just worked a 12-hour day. It was more than 12 hours, right? Because she started at 7 in the morning on Saturday and she finished at 11 p.m., which I don't know how many hours it is. It's a long time. And she said that she feels so bad because she hasn't gotten to it. And she brought down all the supplies she needed. But I mean, I could tell she was exhausted. I said, give it to the next nurse. She says, I promise to tell the next nurse. And they do. Every time the shift changes, the nurse goes through everything that happened on the thing about the patients and anything that's status. So the status for me is that I had two wounds that need to be redressed. And I waited, and finally I went to sleep and he came in to check my concentration for my oxygen. And then he left. And it was like, oh, cool, he's going to do it. And, and he was gone. So then about 7:30, 8 o'clock, he comes in, different nurse, and he's fudging around for the supplies. I say, it's in a little brown jar in the drawer. Oh, I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find nothing. You know, and I'll be right back. Right. So I get up and go over and my walker and go through the drawer and say, well, here's a little ball. Here it is. It's a little brown jar. And here's the Dakin solution. And, in less than a minute, I found the stuff. Now, yeah, I know what it looks like, but I'm also not an RN. And an RN should know what it looks like. I said, okay, I'll be right back. Okay. Now, that was at 8 o'clock. It's quarter after 10. Then has been no, you know, sorry, I got tied up, I got hung up, nobody sent a message saying, here I'm sitting there with my shirt off, waiting for him to come back. Well, finally, I have one of the CNN bring me down in the wheelchair because it's a long walk for me. It's the only thing that really gets me here is because of the humidity, it's hard for me to walk very far. And without sitting along the way, when I had the CNA, when I had therapists that would walk with me with the wheelchair, if I got tired, I could sit down for about a minute or two and then get up and go again. So if I'm just on the walker, I can't do that. I mean, you have a big butt. I can't sit in the chairs they have down there around the nurse station because they all have armchairs. And so I went down in the wheelchair so I can get weighed in. 208. Go back down again. And 408. Sorry, because I had a big pot. At any rate, came back. And it's a good thing I'm checking my own blood sugar because you're supposed to check your blood sugar and get insulin before you eat. Well, I also haven't gotten my insulin for this morning. And I haven't gotten my morning meds for this morning. And I get a lot of meds in the morning. I get probably like 10 different scripts plus my insulin. And, it's 10:30. And this is kind of the way it is in nursing homes in the United States, is that, they only want to pay so much for RNs. And then you have CNAs, but CNAs can only do so much. And they can, and it's a very particular order. Now, if you had a nurse coming home or you had a CNA coming to your house, they would probably do a lot more things for you than they would in a nursing home. In a nursing home, there's a lot of things CNAs won't do. You have to have an RN. Wound care is an RN's responsibility, and giving out meds is their responsibility. So, and if they only have one nurse on a wing, or one nurse for two wings, then it makes it a little difficult for people to get what they need. If my wound goes too long without being bandage changed, like for example with my shoulder, because I have had a cyst that's been draining, and the the packing material actually came out of the wound in the middle of the night. I showed that to the nurse early this morning, and you know, here it is, 20 minutes after 10, and I still haven't seen anybody. So, and this is how it is in nursing homes. Most of the staff are loving and caring and dedicated, and then there are a few that just spoil the brew. Just like if you're making a soup and you throw a rotten vegetable in it, the soup is totally ruined. It's not like you could scoop it back out and no one would notice. So that's my morning gripe. I could gripe a lot about other things in politics and stuff going on in the world. The people from other countries, I see them posting on Facebook saying, "Oh, how awful it is of what's going on our southern border. We have thousands and thousands of illegals crossing the border into the United States. And for some reason, every country in the world thinks it's the responsibility of the United States to take care of their people so they don't have to." And that is a gripe I have. We're very compassionate people here all over the world, but countries have to take care of their own. And they've got to give up the gold-made toilet seats that they use for their governments and put that money towards feeding their people and creating a stature in the world that they're producing product that they can sell in the world. And all these people come up from Mexico and they come up from South America looking for the dream, and they think that they can sneak over the border and live without documentation. We have the No Child Left Behind thing. Any child gets an education, no matter whether they have status or not. They get an education. If they walk into an emergency room, they're going to get care almost always. So, we take care of people. There's a lot of charity in this country and a lot of open hand, but the reality is that we can't just keep supporting people that aren't contributing into society. Somebody pays for that ambulance. Somebody pays for that fire department. Somebody pays for the police department that have to go after people who are undocumented and that came into the country only to hurt people. People come into this country thinking that if they have a kid, they can get a free ride, and they're not even their kid. So I know there's a lot of hardship out there. I know there's a lot of poverty. I know. But how much can any country do to take care of people that wish to exist in the country and not contribute back? And it's the same thing with Congress. We've got Congress people, Congresswomen, congressmen that put down this government day after day. Now, if it's something really wrong, then they should be saying something. But even better, they should be doing something about it. And they would rather sit there and yak, yak, yak to each other every single day when they're getting paid 40 hours a week, you know, to go in there and make a difference. And all they can do is throw crap around. Gripes. It's not all of them. I could come up with some more, but, it's been 11 minutes and none of you are going to want to watch more than 3 of it. So if you're online with me right now, you can share me in my gripes, but we're not. And it's the way it goes. And I'm envious of people that have managed to, well, I'm not, I own my house. I'm not paying a mortgage. I took my American dream and I put it into a whole house. I did that. I still pay taxes. I still contribute. I do these programmings and add to the world. And although I've been in hiatus for 2 months, and when I get back, I'm going to get back on the ground and do something productive. So everybody's contributing. So as for that, happy Sunday. Stay cool and stay refreshed.